So much insane stuff is happening right now in Fortnite. We got our first official look at the Remix Battle Pass from a brand new cinematic trailer, alongside tons of new info about the upcoming Chapter 2 Remix Prelude event, completely throwing everyone off with a huge twist from what we were expecting originally. With a load of stuff getting encrypted at once, there's a lot to go over, but we're going to cover everything in this video today so you can stay in the loop with what's going on as we head towards the live event. Real quick though, as always, if you'd like to support me, you can use code EAY in the item shop. It's a really short code, only being 3 letters, so it takes less than a second to type, even if you're using a controller. If you don't want to support me, that's all good. Just promise that next time you buy something from the item shop, you'll double check that you're supporting one of your favorite creators and that box isn't left saying none. Season 4 is coming to a close very soon, and as we all know by now, we're going to be seeing a major end of season event that's going to take us into Chapter 2 Remix. Initially, when we got the 31.41 update, we were confused as to what was really going on with the event, as there were no real leaks for a few days, with Epic managing to keep things under wraps really well. However, the entire buildup has now been decrypted, meaning we know a lot about how things are going to go down. The buildup has actually started to appear in-game at restored reels, with the area around the screen being set to go through multiple stages of buildup in the time leading up to the kickoff of the event. These stages have already begun to take effect, with the countdown finally appearing above the screen and in the back of the lobby. The countdown actually took so long to appear that people online began to speculate if we were even getting an event at all. Coupled with the second Chapter 2 Remix teaser posted taking place on the Chapter 5 island, there was a solid day or so where some people genuinely thought we might not be getting an event at all, and next season wouldn't be on the Chapter 2 map. This prompted Fortnite to take a break from tweeting about Fishpool for a minute to come out with this tweet, pretty bluntly explaining that yes, we are getting an event, and yes, we will be going back to Chapter 2 next season, and it will be coming with a tuneful twist. Then they went right back to tweeting about Fishpool in classic Fortnite style. The timer is finally here though, and with it we got the official logo for the event decrypted too. We now know it's going to be called The Prelude. This and the musical twist wording in the tweet we just mentioned are all but confirming what we had already been expecting, that the event is definitely going to be some kind of concert. With the timer, we also got stage 1 of the event build-up, with this spray being added across the entire screen at restored reels. The spray itself gives us a look at 2 classic Chapter 2 POIs, those being the Shark and the Agency, and they both have a new look, being covered entirely in graffiti, with the Agency also having gold trims now around its exterior. A day later though, the second stage began to take effect, with the broken down Rift Beacon at restored reels beginning to power up in anticipation for the final 2 stages, which then saw it power on and begin to fire at the screen, with the final stage being these DJ decks appearing in front of the screen that are possibly going to be able to be interacted with as well. As for what's going down during the actual event though, originally the community was concerned that the event may be one giant cutscene, as the only encrypted pack was a tiny 30 megabyte file. However, since all the build-up items have been decrypted, we've gotten confirmation that the event will stay encrypted until right before it actually starts, and the assets for it are going to be streamed in as needed. This means that they're only going to be loaded in as we need to see them, and they're not currently sitting on your device hidden as encrypted files, and the tiny pack we all thought held the entire event is actually only the playlist for the event. All the build-up confirming that this event is a concert has everyone thinking that we're going to see Marshmello perform, and the DJ decks definitely give that theory even more weight. We also know that we're going to be seeing these very party-ish looking effects in the sky during the event. However, I think it's also likely that we're going to see Snoop Dogg get introduced at some point during the event, as we already know he's the next festival skin, not only from the roadmap, but also thanks to Epic slipping this image into the news tab that completely gives it away. They actually changed it to a solid yellow one after a few hours in an attempt to make things more subtle, as if legitimately everybody doesn't already know about it by now, which is quite funny. Epic are definitely more than aware that their roadmap leaked, as it was one of the largest gaming leaks of the entire year. So I'm not sure why they're trying to hide things like this still, but I imagine it makes more sense to just go along with the way things were originally planned before we knew everything, even if it's not really a surprise anymore. My personal theory is that we're going to be seeing Marshmello appear for an introduction to the event, as everyone has been expecting that, and all the build up to the event has led us to believe. However, this is just going to be to bait us into believing that that's all we're getting, and halfway through there's going to be a twist with Snoop Dogg appearing and crashing the event, starting a new phase of the leaked 6 and essentially initiating the real event, which is his introduction concert. We know there are going to be 6 distinct phases to this event. One of these is likely to be the black hole downtime that takes us through the night into Chapter 2 Remix, and one is likely likely to be the introduction. However, that leaves 4 completely up in the air, and as of me recording this, we still don't really know what exactly those phases are going to be. We do know that once everything is over though and we head into the black hole downtime, on the other side we're going to be greeted with Chapter 2 Remix. We now know all about the upcoming Battle Pass in this season thanks to the final teaser being posted by Fortnite showing us a ton of interesting stuff at once. The previous trailers gave us brief looks at all the new characters overlaid on top of existing trailers and replay footage of the current season. However, this time we have a full look at all of them in multiple clips that seem to be taken from the cinematic trailer that we're going to get when the season releases, with us getting some really good shots of the new skins and the final clip showing all of them stood together looking like it might be the key art for the season, with all the skins stood in front of steamy stacks from the Chapter 2 map. The trailer also gave us a look at some interesting new additions if we go through it piece by piece though, with shots of what looks to be a new entirely remixed version of the agency POI. This could potentially look the same as the exterior on the spray from the restored reel screen, with the interior looking significantly different based on these shots. We can also see that the original henchmen will be returning, however they have a new remixed look, much like the mashup skins in the past. All the old bosses from Chapter 2 are confirmed to actually be returning, however with their remixed twists of course, so we can expect to see Meowdas instead of Midas patrolling the agency and things like that. We actually have in-game looks at early concept versions of all of the tease characters, however based on the teaser trailer and the renders that we've gotten, they may look slightly different upon release. These outfits being Meowdas, Remixed 8-Ball, Skye X Guff, Chaos Agent X Toxin, and TNTina X Ocean. Possibly the most interesting shot from the trailer though is this shot near the end, showing all the characters turning around to look at something, potentially a secret character that we still have yet to learn about. My theory is that this character is probably going to be the Dead Peel skin that Epic has been holding out on revealing since the start of this season. We actually learned about this skin's existence from the mascot costumes back at the D23 event. However, since then we've had nothing. It actually makes perfect sense, as while Peely himself is not a Chapter 2 skin, actually releasing in Season 8 of Chapter 1, both Agent Peely and Deadpool are Chapter 2 Season 2 skins, and the entire Remix season looks to be heavily based around that specific season of Chapter 2, so the Dead Peel skin actually fits right in perfectly as a Chapter 2 mashup alongside the other outfits we've already talked about. We also learned about a couple cool updates coming to Reload Royale that are now going to be releasing alongside Chapter 2 Remix thanks to leaks. Those being the new Reload map themed around Chapter 2 alongside the map rotation every 30 minutes feature. Not only that, but we also learned that we're going to be getting Reload solos too. The way that this mode is going to work as a solo player is slightly different, with everyone getting 1 respawn to start with and each elimination giving you an extra respawn, with the max capping out at 3. I'm personally really looking forward to this, as Reload mode is super fun, but I don't always have someone to duo with, so more ways to make this mode accessible is just a good change all around. Back to Battle Royale though, and with regards to the event in Chapter 2 Remix, Fortnite posted this tweet saying "We love swimming" alongside the original Season 2 trailer from back in 2020. This had most people assuming that they're referencing the addition of swimming in Chapter 2 Season 1, and then jumping to clown Fortnite's social media team for retweeting the wrong trailer. However, I think it's more likely that this tweet has a hidden meaning referring to the end of season device event, where Midas attempted to reverse the storm, causing the island to flood, leading to Season 3 being heavily based around water. We know that Midas's device is already confirmed to play some part in Chapter 2 Remix, however we're not sure what that is just yet, but it's extremely probable that we're going to see a new, potentially upgraded version of the device event from back in Chapter 2 Season 2, remixed in a way where things end up going even more wrong than they did originally, and taking us into an entirely new chapter this time, instead of simply flooding the island like the first time around. What do you think though? Are you hyped for the event and new season? I want to hear your theories for the upcoming Chapter 2 Remix Prelude event. Do you really think we're going to be seeing Snoop Dogg make an appearance, or do you think this is just going to be a second marshmello concert like most people have been speculating? Also, I'm a really small channel, so if you made it this far into the video, I'd really appreciate if you'd subscribe, and don't forget that I'm an Epic partner and you can use code EAY in the item shop to support the content. Thanks for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next video.